We had a beautiful interfaith ceremony, Indian celebration in New Jersey, right? With the Unification Church. And since Rajbhai is in our group, he was the president of the Sai Baba group, and now he's the trustee, senior trustee at the earlier community. It's like the Anandbhai, Rajbhai is like my right hand leader. That's the way they work. Gabriel is always there. They meet with us so many events. And all other people came thereafter in the days. And Rajbhai is there always when Anandbhai need any help. That's why Rajbhai.
Namaste everyone, greetings and good evening. What can I say, Anandbhai was truly an inspiration. He led a very long life, 94 years, unofficially. Officially 92, but what happened was he was born on a leap year, 1928. And then because his father did not want to, grandmother did not want you to celebrate birthday every 4 years, they made it, okay, we'll make it on the 28th of February. So that's how it became 1932. He fondly shared many of his early childhood experiences growing up in Maharashtra always, and he always, the one impression he always left me with, he always talked about three Brahmas, Nada Brahma. You see the oneness union in the Nada or the sound, with the Tabla playing. And then Ranga Brahma, with his artistic ability, painting, he felt the oneness of the creation, creator, all that, through that. So he always said Ranga Brahma. And then I think it says Shoonya Brahma, because in all our spiritual practice, as even Reverend Green mentioned, that we seek in peace, that Shanti, that ultimate, even when the soul leaves the body, we say, may his soul rest in peace. So Shunya, that silence, is what he experienced through his spiritual practices. So he always alluded to that oneness. So I am Brother Oneness. So we connected that way also spiritually. So that message always resonated. I remember that. What's the goal and purpose of life? Is to experience that union with the Creator, and then to share that God's love with all of creation. So with the World Yoga Community, he meritoriously served as the secretary. He was very proud, when you would get up and say, I'm the executive secretary of World Yoga Community. And then and he always, he had his own prayers, he would invoke with gusto, and he was very fond of Gayatri Mantra. So he always chanted that. That's again, we're asking the Creator to illumine our intellect, so we make the right decision, right processing, all that. So I'll just chant one time the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha. That means to three lokas, the earthly sphere, the astral sphere, and beyond the sky. So all the three worlds. Tatsavito Varenyam, that illumining light which produces light in all those spheres. Bhargo Devasya Dhimi, we meditate on that universal creator who is also behind the sunlight, who provides the energy to that source. We pray to that source to illumine our intellect. He always recited that. As a matter of fact, one time he even gave me a framed portrait of Gayatri Mantra, so that this is a blessing. So and also spiritually, we say when you reach 70, you are considered as Sapta Rishis. There are 7 main sages in our scripture, Hindu scriptures. When you reach 80, you are Ashtadikpalakas. you are head of the 8 directions of Earth, north, south, and northeast, and all that. And then when you are reaching 90, you are Navagrahas. You are really the 9 planets. So he had attained that stage where with with the bodily existence, suffering was there last year, I would say. Up to last year, he was pretty much functioning very well, and he did well. The last meeting we had was on the 19th. It was very brief conversation. He had difficulty talking, so he expressed. He inquired, "Are you okay? Your family is okay?" And then we exchanged some greetings about what needs to be done to take care of him and all that. He was attentively listening to it, drinking his tea. It took him more than half an hour to drink a cup of tea with a spoon, to take one spoon at a time. And then the way he said goodbye, I knew that I was not going to see him again. As he finished his tea, walked into his bedroom, he simply looked at him. He just waved, and that's it. I knew that. I even told him.
I want to take a photo. You didn't take it.
We didn't take it that day. That was, I kind of regret it. But it's better to remember his life, legacy, accomplishment as a renowned artist. He has the website Studio Anand. Then at least this past year, I think last December, he was given honor by the New York Assemblyman. And also when we visited the last birthday, February of this year, Anandbhai was there. He presented the picture, the portrait hanging there. So he led a good life. Manny, he remembered you often, and you felt that that the relation could have been better. That's, I think, one regret he had. That he loved you a lot. You remember that, and then he just some older folks have difficulty expressing. In American culture, we routinely say each phone conversation, like my son, I'm still not used to it. And he says, "Okay, bye. I love you, Daddy." I'm not used to that because we didn't grow up that way, with our father. He never said one time in his life, "I love you, I give you a hug." Our distance, our was old time growing up was more of a, you fear Dad. You only go there for some help you need. That's all. It was okay first 2-3 years. Then you are more playing with the father and son. It was not like that. I think partly because of that, he may not have expressed fully his deep affection and love for you. But please do remember that I think he cherished that. He was glad that he was given an opportunity to be a father. So he cherished that. He's in a better place. So wish him well and God bless. So,
Thank you, Raj, by bringing me some old stories. Dr. Reddy?
Yes, namaste everybody. Peace and blessings to you all. Usually when we gather here is for celebration of our birthdays or other nicer occasions, not a friend leaving this world. So it was a pleasure knowing Anandbhai. The last time I actually physically saw him was at the hospital about 2 weeks ago. But in June, on International Yoga Day, I was fortunate to go to his apartment, and when I asked Guruji how he was doing, because I hadn't seen him in a long time, he said, well, he's there, and hopefully we'll get to see him at 100. I don't know, something just told me that I think you should go to Anand's house and pray for him that day, and I don't know what even happened, that I went with Guruji and Gabriel to his home. But when we got there, he was sleeping, and in my heart I was just praying that, I hope that it's not going to be the last time that we see, because I was hoping that he would speak, but I didn't want to wake him up. But I'm grateful to God for the time that I knew him, about 10 years now. He was very creative, very talented, and you'll be missed. I miss his jokes already because each time that we met here, he would sit about over there, and he always told me, "Oh, Remy, my girlfriend, that he wants to go on a date with me," and I say, "Oh no, like no problem, just tell Guruji, we plan, and we've been joking like that for such a long time." So I pray that wherever he is now, I pray for a smooth transition. I pray that the family that he left behind, may God comfort them. The friends that were like family, may God also give us the long life that our good friend Anand lived. I pray for the forgiveness of sins, and I pray that God welcomes him into his kingdom. So with this, I would like to leave a short prayer. It's the Lord's Prayer in my language, Yoruba. Let us pray.
Just wait to finish the prayer.
Bàbá wa tí ń bẹ ní ọ̀run, ká bọ̀wọ̀ fún orúkọ rẹ, kí ìjọba rẹ dé, tìrẹ ni kí a ṣe ní ayé bí a ti ń ṣe ní ọ̀run. Dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa jì wá, bí a ti ń dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jì àwọn tó ṣẹ̀ wá. Má fà wá sínú àdánwò, gbà wá lọ́wọ́ bìlísì, torí ìjọba ni tìrẹ, agbára ni tìrẹ, ògo ni tìrẹ, láéláé, àmín, àmín, àṣẹ, ànájú.
Thank you, Dr. Remy, bringing African prayers. Now I like to invite Imam Muhammad Shahidullah from the Muslim group. After that, we can start.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bless you. Actually,